This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me Travis of PlayerProps.ai, and this is we're locking in for Thursday's February 27th NBA slate. Quick recap. Yesterday we decided to roll with, if you saw the show, which hopefully you did if you actually like winning money, because we've hit 17 of our last 24 picks, 24 prop picks on the show. But we went with, man, I almost had a brain fart there. We hit with Jimmy Butler under the day before, but last night we went with Josh Hart over points. And it's not that he had a bad shooting game. He just didn't shoot the ball. He just wanted to get assists. He wanted to get all the rebounds. He had like 16 rebounds. Mikal Bridges was the star scorer for the team. Jalen Brunson also scored a lot in the second half. When we went with Josh Hart, it was before we knew that Cat and Embiid were going to be ruled out, and they are very large parts of the scoring offense, which essentially opens up the opportunity for players like Hart to get shots up. So with both of them being ruled out, it kind of changed everything. So we're back to starting a new win streak here today. The only other housekeeping things, if you still are out on the outside looking in, we're doing a massive, massive party where our entire community is coming together in Orlando, Florida on March 29th for the first annual Player Props party. The reason we chose this date is because it's the well, technically March 28th is the 1-year anniversary, but it's easy for you guys to fly in and get hotels on Saturday night. So we're doing a celebration of everybody that helped power us to our first full year since launch. I'm covering all the drinks, covering all the food. There's going to be a lot of games and stuff, a lot of fun things to do. If you're interested, if you're able to actually be in Orlando on that date on March 29th and you're interested, and you're a premium member, just shoot me a DM on Discord, and I think I have one more ticket, technically two if you're bringing a +1. +1s are allowed, but yeah, it's almost technically almost 2 days plus a month away, so there's still time to get that last spot. One more spot left. We were originally booked fully, but then somebody told me they weren't able to make it, so a spot opened up for you. You just gotta claim it. But yeah, let's start this new win streak here today, doing the same thing we always do. So tomorrow we're not doing a show because I'm going to be on the ship. I told you guys yesterday I'm going on a cruise. I'm actually leaving in a few hours. That's why I'm doing a show today. I didn't think I was going to have a show availability to do one, but I'm here today doing one. And then as soon as this pretty much gets uploaded to YouTube, I'll be driving to the port. So I wanted to get one more out because I had the time to. But tomorrow, this is what you're going to do. It's what you are going to do on the app. You're going to go to points. You're going to go to the line. You're going to move it to 15. You're going to go to accuracy. You're going to move it to 50, and you're going to click apply. You're going to see what's available for you. So the main issue we've been having this week is there's been not been a crazy gap between points and projection. So the differences haven't been like crazy. So this is FanDuel, DraftKings. It looks like both. So DraftKings, FanDuel both has Michael Porter as the top pick play because they both have him at 16.5 for his line. So let's just look at him real quick. So, another thing as well is, give me a second here. I was going to mention we had a new feature here, or a returning feature. Okay, so this here, you see where it has like the extra stats on that? So we pushed an update a couple days ago that like increased the amount, the refresh time of like projections and the updates and everything to make our site and our app update a lot more frequently. And what it did is it accidentally like wiped the extra stats here when you hover on the bar. So we just had to build that back in, but it's back today. So it was only gone for a day or so. So we have now, when you hover over it, you see what you expect to see. You see the points, the field goals made, the field goals attempted, how many minutes the player played, and how many personal fouls they had, so you can tell if they're in foul trouble or not. And then also when you go to 3 points made, we have that extra data as well. I know some people are asking about that, but yeah, so we have that back. So anyway, focus on Michael Porter Jr. here. The first thing I noticed is that 115, this green defense is really nice. This means Milwaukee's defense, versing players playing at the small forward spot, they do allow a lot more points on average than other defense first position ratings. The worst this can get is 150, so 115 out of 150 is why it's green. It's pretty good in favor of Michael Porter. 16.5 is his line, I believe, on both FanDuel and DraftKings. We can check other books in a second. The 19.05, I mean, this is not a trifecta, but there's not any points trifectas here today. Accuracy is above 50. Let's see. So looks like he had his average minutes, these two misses here. So Charlotte, well, this was a blowout though. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this was a blowout. So take this with a grain of salt. The Lakers game, I don't think was a blowout. He had 31 minutes. He just looks like he sucked at shooting. 5 out of 14 is not good. He had 3 personal fouls as well. And then he covered this line with, he only shot the ball 2 more times, but he made 9 instead of 5. Also 33 minutes, only 1 personal foul. I hope that's not the best play we have, but if it is, we might have to go with it. I think last time we played Anthony Edwards, it didn't go in our favor. The books are also favoring the under. How do we know that? If this number right here is not at least minus 110, minus 110 is a coin flip. If you see minus 110, there's a large, like 99% chance that the other side is minus 110. If you see a number that's less than minus 110, like minus 109, or in this case, minus 102, it's a guarantee the other side's going to be more favored, which I can prove that to you. When you click on it, go over to the over-under slider, click under. It'll show you the under odds. You see minus 130. So the books favor the under more, which is not part of what we look for. But now that we have under, we can check under real quick. There's not like a amazing percentage difference on any under plays. Oh, PJ Washington, 17.5. He's yellow. It's in the middle there. This man had no points. He was 0 for 9 in his last game 2 days ago against the Lakers. I think I saw a bunch of memes that people were posting. This guy was just getting cardio. Essentially, when you see somebody play 35 minutes and get 0 points, it's just a cardio game for them. But you look at the odds here, the sports books do have the same odds on both sides, minus 115 for DraftKings, 17.5. He's hit this 60% of his last 10 games, but only 40% of his last 5. 31% over the season, 0% head-to-head. He's only versed Charlotte once this season, and it was back about a little over a month ago. You see here, looks like it's 5 for 15 shooting, got 13 points. He had 5 personal fouls, so he's in foul trouble there. And this was last season, so we don't pay too much attention to that. The only thing that scares me with him is that Anthony Davis isn't playing for at least another week or so. And so anybody who's a power forward or a center for Dallas is just going to get more opportunity. Yes, I know he had 0 in a game that Anthony Davis didn't play. But for now, I think I'm just going to keep him in the back pocket. I think we can look for... I think we're going to look for other things first. So anyway, we're looking at Michael Porter Jr. The over stuff does make sense. Actually, let me see. One of the factors that we hit on Jimmy Buckets under the other day was because it was blowout potential. So Hornets and Mavericks have a 9.5 spread line against the Hornets. The Hornets have been annihilated their last 3 games. I believe I just saw a stat before I click record that Charlotte over their last 3 games have lost by 131 points, which is insane. So if Mavericks blow out the Hornets, then the starters for the Mavericks aren't going to get as much time. So maybe that PJ Washington makes more sense. The Lakers, Denver and Milwaukee is what we're looking at as well. Denver and Milwaukee, it's a minus 3.5 Denver favored spread at Milwaukee. So this game is supposed to be a close game. And if I'm playing a starter over for points, you want to get those close games. If you're playing a starter under for points, you want to get the blowouts. So both of these makes sense for that. Michael Porter Jr. I like how it says Mike Porter. We always have like random nicknames sometimes that pop up. You might have seen Stephen Curry. It's just called like Steve Curry. This guy's just Mike Porter. No Junior, no Michael. It's Mike Porter. But anyway, so the spread favors him getting over. The spread favors PJ Washington going under. But something, I feel like when a player gets 0 points, that like it's in their goal in the back of their head, like I can't goose egg again. So I feel like something tells me that PJ is going to do everything in his power to crush it. Bradley Beal is also interesting because this guy spent a good chunk of time, let's say earlier this season, but I think it was like all of January and most of February. So they moved him to the bench. They traded like everything to get this guy when they like wasn't he part of the trade package that involved like Kevin Durant? I think so. They traded a lot of stuff to get this guy, and then he was not doing that great in the starting rotation. They moved him to the bench, and then before he got upgraded back to the starting rotation, he was crushing it. So like here, like 30 minutes, I believe like these here, he was getting, this is like off the bench. He was doing pretty well, and then moved him up to the starting rotation. And this guy's hit this in the last 6 games, 18.5. His projection right now is 21. But the question is, what is the spread? So if we're going starter over, we want the Pelicans and Phoenix spread to not be crazy. It's 8.5. Both teams have a losing record, but Pelicans definitely have a losing record. But the question is, can Bradley Beal get at least 19 points? Let's look at his head-to-head here. Bradley Beal's only versed the Pelicans once this season, and it was on December 5th, where he played 35 minutes, went 10 for 18, and got 24 points. We don't need to get 24 points. We just need to get 19. And I really like this number here. Pelicans struggle on containing shooting guards in reference to scoring points. And again, he's hit this in 6 of his last games. I think as long as it stays within like less than 15 points, I feel like there's a good chance that he can get this. And the spread is 8.5. So it's not, as long as it's not like a 20-digit like insane blowout, it should be fine. Let's check the roster here. So Nick Richards starting center. Royce, yes, pretty much it's the Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Booker show. There's a lot of players out for the Pelicans. I feel like it's funny that Zion Williams is technically playing at a small forward position, but I don't think the Pelicans are going to win. We just don't want it to be a crazy blowout. That's the main thing. What I'm going to do now, this is what you are doing tomorrow when we don't have a show. Everything I'm teaching you in this episode and the 500 episodes before it, you're doing the exact same thing. This is how you find winning plays more often than not. We figure out what we like. We click on props comparison. We go to the game of the player. We were just looking at Bradley Beal, and then we see that Bradley Beal, his line is, there's no line that's lower than 18.5. All the books have him at the same. If you're going over on Bradley Beal, you want to either get him on DraftKings, BetMGM, ESPN, or Hard Rock Bet, because it's you're getting paid the most. If you lock him in on FanDuel, you're literally saying that I don't care about how much money I make when I win a bet, because they're minus 130, you get paid less. We highlighted green to tell you, if you're going to bet a prop for a player, you want to get paid the most when you're right. Those 4 sports books are all equal on the over, so that's what you want to pay attention to. But I think even though there's not a large gap between his points and his projection, which is only like what, 2.59 difference, I think I still like it more than I think like just knowing that he got moved up to the starting rotation and now he's going to do everything in his power to maintain that spot, like humbled them getting moved to the bench. I don't know, I feel like I just like this more than Michael Porter, or Mike Porter anyway. And I like the fact that Bradley Beal has like 6 straight green candles here as opposed to Mike Porter. So I think that's what we're going to be going with today. So yeah, that's what we're locking in. If you can find them cheaper somewhere else in terms of the line, lock them in. But yeah, no show tomorrow. Be on the ship. Make sure that you are doing the free stuff, doing the bare minimum. Use the app tomorrow exactly at how it's designed. Do not, if the people that download the app and then first thing they do is they create like a 10, 15 pick parlay and they're like, oh, this app sucks because they only go like 9 out of 10. Those are the people that were never meant to be winning bettors. If you use the app as designed, you will lose less. It is a guarantee. Upgrade your account, follow the guidelines, you will lose less often. Guaranteed. You just have to follow all of the guidelines. You can't cherry pick. But good luck with this one. Good luck with everything tomorrow and for the weekend. And we should be back on Monday for another show. So with that being said, we'll see you guys when you see you guys. Good luck.